Hello, and welcome to Connecting You to You Radio, where we tune in to receive the messages of health and well being that are being broadcast from the soul. I'm your host, Lisa Warner, author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. I show you how to heal your body naturally by combining your body's innate intelligence with the wisdom of your own soul, so that you can break through the mental programming of limiting beliefs that cause disease and make healing your body and changing your life simple. Hello and welcome. Welcome to another Lunch with Lisa. I'm Lisa Warner. I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing, now in its 10th anniversary edition. So today I thought we would talk about healing the body versus healing the self. When I found myself facing cancer, I thought that I needed to heal my body because clearly there was something quite amiss. However, I didn't want to use the medical model, and I thought that it was my job to heal my body. I thought that I needed to figure out how to heal my body. But what I discovered along my self-healing journey is that it's called self-healing for a reason. It is because it's about healing ourselves. When we heal ourselves, the body automatically heals. We are souls, incarnate souls who have light bodies, bodies made of pure light, crystalline structures of consciousness. But when we come into physical form, we come into this physical body. The body is simply the form that holds the soul. It holds our consciousness. The body is our temple. And the body is designed to heal itself. We have direct evidence of this because every time we get a cut, a bruise, a scrape, a sprain, the body heals. A broken bone, you set it and forget it. The body does the rest. So we have direct evidence that the body heals itself. However, when it comes to internal stuff, not the stuff where we fell and tripped and rolled down the hillside and broke our arm, now we have to heal the arm, the stuff that comes on the inside, the diseases, as they're called, these are also traumas. Just like when we fall down and break our arm, there's an impact trauma to the arm, which is clearly why the arm is broken. But it's not as clear what the trauma is when our bodies exhibit signs of dis-ease or sickness. So, however, it is proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that a trauma is at the root of every dis-ease. These are called according to biological law, these are called conflict shocks. When something shocking happens and we have an emotional trauma, and it doesn't have to be some gigantic, huge trauma. It can just be little things, are insults to our soul. When we're a little kid and, we create a beautiful picture for mommy on the wall with crayon, and we're doing something beautiful from our hearts. And then all of a sudden, we get ripped a new one for writing on the wall. Like, what? Like, that's a trauma. When we get that big check mark on our test paper, bad kid, bad, you get marks off, C plus. Like, these are traumas to us. They don't have to be gigantic, huge things. When our mom doesn't understand us, when we're made to do something that we know is not for our higher good, but because we're a kid, we don't have another choice. Do this or else, right? All of these things, they start to build up. And if we don't know how to clear our traumas, we start to get fragmented inside. We've all heard the term the inner child. Well, that's because the inner child is different from the adult that we currently are. These are fragments. These traumas serve to separate the soul from the body. We are meant to be souls in physical bodies. But nobody sees the soul. We're not recognized as souls. We're not recognized as divine beings. We are not recognized as grand beings of light. We're simply treated as cattle, as numbers, as citizens. And we have to follow the rules or we'll get in trouble. Just like school. Huh. Same thing. So when we don't understand that there are traumas that are being held in our DNA, trauma is held in ourselves until we release it. And when we're holding trauma in ourselves, our cells start to take the form of the trauma. Specific types of trauma create specific types of dis-ease. We are eternal beings as souls. But here we're told that we're mere mortals. Well, these two are diametrically opposed. These are complete opposites. An eternal being doesn't die. A mortal is told that we die. So which is it? Right? This is a major trauma in humanity because death, the fear of death, is the thing that is used to control us, to make us do certain things. Told that if we don't do this, we're going to die. We have to make up our minds who we are. So when we're afraid of death, the lungs are the part of the body that responds to a death fright. When we devalue ourselves, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not fast enough, I'm not strong enough, the bones and joints respond to that. Each body part is designed to respond to specific types of traumas. So what I learned on my own healing journey was that I didn't have to heal my body. I had to heal myself. I had to heal the emotional wounds that I was carrying inside. I had to heal the false belief systems that I had picked up along my journey. The belief systems of I can't have money. I'm not okay. There's something wrong with me. I don't fit in. All of those types of thoughts are traumas that we are holding inside. They don't belong to us. As a grand being of light, we would never think that. As the angels that we are literally made of love and light. Christ consciousness, pure crystalline, right? That's the word. The Christ is divinity in human form. Pure, unadulterated consciousness. That is who and what we are. But when we come here, our consciousness becomes very, very adulterated. It becomes distorted. We get taught so much misinformation, so much un, in, non-pertinent information, information that is made to trick us into believing that we have to follow all of the rules. So as humans, our consciousness has fallen from the Christed state of the grand beings of light we are into these mere mortals. Healing happens when we move from the mere mortal back into our natural state of being. And that does not have anything to do with death. It has to do with opening back up our consciousness, multidimensional consciousness, to move out of this third dimensional trap that we've been in. So we raise back up into the higher dimensions. When we clear the trauma, the wounds that we're carrying that are causing the body to distort itself. When we clear those, the body heals. Healing the body, it's not our job. The body is designed specifically for that purpose. Our job is to heal ourselves, to bring body, mind, and soul back into one. Body, mind, and soul are not three separate things. We cannot separate these parts of ourselves. The external world does a really great job at it, though, because we're told that the church is in charge of our soul and that the medical system is in charge of our bodies and the educational system is in charge of our minds. We have been separated. If the body, the mind, and the soul are being are being cared for by these systems, then what are we in charge of? If the church is in charge of our soul and the medical model is in charge of our body and the educational system is in charge of our mind, it's really not much left that we're in charge of now, is there? Which is why we are living these lives that make us feel like we're in prison. Our physical bodies are showing us the direct disconnection between the mind and the soul. It is showing us where we are housing trauma, where the soul is not in the body. With every trauma, it's like the soul starts to get ripped from the body. And when the soul starts to separate from the body, darkness goes right in and fills that gap. Shame, blame, fear, doubt, guilt, worry. Those are the darkness. And the soul is the light. We're meant to be 100% light. Happy, free, thriving. Feeling great about who we are. fully connected to Creator. But that's not what's happening here on this planet at this time. The soul has been separated from the body. The light that we are has been separated, and the darkness has come in. And now, when we have fear, doubt, shame, blame, guilt, anger, frustration, all of those dark energies, when they take up valuable residence in our body, they displace the soul and they start eating away at our insides. When we're carrying doubt and I'm not good enough and I don't know what to do and what's wrong with me, those are heavy burdens to bear. They're not ours. They're not intrinsic to who we are as souls. And when we hold on to those long enough, our bodies start to show us, hey, here is the trauma that you need to look at. Depending on what the body is doing, we can simply backtrack and realize, oh, this part of the body processes this type of trauma. Let me go back and see if I can clear out that trauma. And then the body heals itself. You don't have to know how to heal your body, but you do need to know how to heal yourself. You do need to know how to find the traumas inside and clear them out so that you can start clearing the amnesia that has happened to us. So you can start to remember who you actually are as the grand being of light. Self-healing is a process of ascension, is a process of self-empowerment. It's a process of bringing ourselves back into the Christed state. That crystalline, I talk about the soul like a beautiful crystalline snowflake. No two souls are alike, just like no two snowflakes are alike. And if you look at a pure snowflake, under a microscope, you see an incredible, beautiful crystalline structure. That's our light body. Our personal crystalline structure is made of light. And it's beautiful beyond measure. And that's who and what we are. And when we're being our true selves, we are fully empowered. We are fully joyful, happy, thriving. That's our natural state of being. And as we start to heal these traumas and we start to remember who we are, our bodies heal automatically. But if we're trying to fix the body with pills and procedures, we're not fixing ourselves. The medical model doesn't help us to clear our traumas. It doesn't help us to look within and start clearing what's actually the problem. So it becomes a great distraction because we're expecting things outside of ourselves to do the healing for us. And it's simply not possible. In order to heal our bodies, we have to heal ourselves. Your body already knows exactly what to do. And your body, if it has created a dis-ease, it has created it on purpose. It's actually there to help you. But because we have been taught that we have to battle the diseases, we're simply fighting another war. That's simply another trauma. And the only thing we're fighting is our own bodies. So this week, let's notice the difference between healing the body and healing ourselves. Which would you rather master? Wouldn't you rather heal yourself? Bring all the wounded parts and pieces back into wholeness so that you can be radiant and brilliant and thriving, healthy, wealthy, wise, happy. These are natural byproducts of being who we truly are. This is where all of the power lies. It's in yourself. Your body knows exactly what to do. Are you willing to allow it to do what it does best to help you thrive? I hope this has been helpful. My name is Lisa Warner. I'm the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. If you haven't read it, go check it out. It's on Amazon. It's a great place to start shifting your perspective about what's actually happening with our bodies. So I hope this was helpful. Please go to my website at connectingyoutoyou.com if you'd like some more information. Check the show notes. There are a bunch of links in the show notes that link to all different kinds of things that I have to offer. Okay, hope this was helpful. Until next week, create for yourselves a great week because you can. You're a grand creator being. It's who and what you are. May you always remember who and what you truly are. Bye for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Connecting You to You Radio. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Are you ready to discover more about how simple healing your body can actually be when you do it from the higher wisdom of your soul? To learn more about what I do and how you can work with me, visit connectingyoutoyou.com and get on my mailing list to be the first to know about my latest offerings. If you'd like to interact with me on Facebook, please join my group, Soul Sourced Healing. Check the show notes below for these links and more. I hope to see you again next time on Connecting You to You Radio.